I was giving my dad one last chance to show up for me, and I picked the father-daughter dance to do it. My mom saw me with my pink dress and shook her head. Don't get your hopes up. He promised he'd come to your graduation too, and you cried for days when he didn't. I nodded because she was right, but he texted saying, I'll be at the dance with your favorite flowers, daisies, and a pink suit to match. So I decided to believe him and headed out the door. At the dance, every girl was spinning with her dad, but I was still waiting for mine. A chaperone knelt beside me. Is your dad coming, sweetie? I texted him fast, and he wrote back, running late, almost there. So I planted myself by the door and watched it. Then the host called out, 10 minutes till the last dance. My heart dropped, and I texted him again, where are you? 3 dots appeared like he was typing, then vanished. I was left on red. The last song played while I stood alone, feeling the same way as graduation. Then my phone buzzed. Mom, I'm outside. My throat tightened because now I had to tell her she was right about him. But when I got in the car, she was crying and grabbed my hand. We have to go, right now. It's about your dad. I know where he is. My hands shook the whole drive because I'd never seen Mom like this, and she wouldn't tell me where we were going. Then she pulled into the hospital, and I ran in before she'd even parked. A nurse walked us down a hall, and I stopped cold in the doorway. My dad was in the bed, wrapped in bandages, the torn pink suit still half on him where the paramedics had cut it open. The daisies were on the tray beside him, crushed flat. He saw me, and his eyes filled up. I'm so sorry, he choked out. On the table next to him was his phone, screen spiderwebbed. One message sat open, never sent. Almost there, I'd never leave you alone. The typing stopped because that's when the car hit me. He reached for the daisies with a shaking hand. I didn't want you to feel alone for one more minute and break my promise.
My neighbor Karen stormed over to my 8-year-old son's lemonade stand and screamed that what he was doing was illegal. Karen had her own smoothie stand across the street and screamed, "You're stealing my customers." My son tried to explain he was raising money for his dog's cancer surgery, but she kicked over the sign. "I don't care. I'm going for lunch until 2. If this stand is still here when I'm back, I'll call the cops." She stormed away, and my son was so scared he started taking down his stand. But I ran outside and immediately put it back up. But she said she'll call police, Dad. She can call the Pope if she wants. Your stand is staying. His face lit up, and my wife came outside and got in her car. "I have something special for Karen." She drove off, and I instantly texted everyone I knew. Within minutes, most of the neighborhood was at my son's stand, buying lemonade and giving tips, all to support my son's dog and to spite Karen. "I can't wait to see her reaction," my son laughed. My wife came back with her car, and my son's best friend got out with his own lemonade stand. Karen complained about 1 lemonade stand. What do you think she'll say about 2 lemonade stands? My wife drove off again, and both lemonade stands started instantly selling out. My son was getting closer to the surgery target, and when I looked over, someone was writing "hates puppies" on Karen's smoothie stand. At 2 p.m., Karen's SUV turned the corner. The whole street went silent. She stepped out and saw the 2 lemonade stands, as well as the 2 lines of people. Her face twisted with anger. She screamed, "What the hell?" But that's when my wife pulled in again. My son's dog got out of the car, wrapped in bandages. He started licking my son, and I announced, "Everyone, this is Max, the dog whose cancer surgery Karen tried to stop." She went red with embarrassment and pulled out her phone with shaking hands. "I'm having you arrested. This is a disgrace." But that's when an officer stepped out from the crowd, holding a cup of my son's lemonade. He told Karen, "Kids under 14 don't need permits for a lemonade stand, but your smoothie stand needs a business license. Do you have one?" Her face deflated as the cop walked over to her stand and shut it down. She dropped to her knees screaming, and that's when my son walked over and reached out a cup. "Hey Karen, you just helped me hit my goal. Here's some lemonade."